morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in this great, wonderful world. How's everybody doing? We are alive and going. This is 2 weekends in a row. I didn't know if we'd have stuff to talk about, but we do. So how's everybody doing today? I'm going to skip you, Ruff, and let you recover a little bit. And then, Nate, I'm going to ask you first.
Okay. All right. So I'm doing well. It's been a whirlwind of the last couple of weeks with school and everything, but doing okay now. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play anything until earlier this afternoon before the show. I finally was able to set up a game that I plan on playing. And actually, I did take a couple of pictures. So I will show that here if I can share my screen. Let's see. There we go. So I changed my mind. It's not Normandy 44.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about that. Yep.
So I decided the first Punic War, the Strategy Tactics magazine. I've fiddled around with it before, but I really wanted to sort of dive into it. And here's what it looks like. So cool looking game. I don't know if it will play well. I hope it does. We know all about magazine games. You never know. Sometimes you get, a winner, and sometimes it's just a dud, or most of them I think are just kind of, just kind of in the middle. I'm hoping that this one is a little bit on the higher end. But we'll see. So yeah, thankfully I was able to set this up. So I will be trying to get to it here at some point soon. So that's
who's the designer?
This is a Joe Miranda design.
I was going to guess that.
9 times out of 10. Yeah.
9 times a yes.
Yes, I was going to say. Now, is it solitaire or 2-player?
It's a 2-player game, but it's
okay.
The only hidden information is there's these like strategy markers that each side has that they can play at a certain time. So it doesn't seem hard to solo.
Okay, good. Yeah, so usually with that's usually the way it worked out, as long as you can kind of separate with that. Now, Ruff, guess what? We got Stuka in the house. Yep. By the way, I made sure I put everybody on high so we can get through that, because that usually takes forever. For
somebody from Prague. Hello.
Yes,
Prague.
I know. It's like,
hey, Hexy.
They know that's my like niche of where I want to. I'm really interested. The whole Czechoslovakia, Czech.
We are international. There's no denying that.
One of my favorite PC games is set in medieval Bohemia with the Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh, the first one, not the second one, I'm assuming, right?
No, both of them are set in medieval Bohemia.
I know, but yeah, I know.
We
got Sweden.
Okay,
yeah, there's some issues. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about in the second one. Thankfully, it's a side thing that's optional.
Okay. Well, they made that optional, but yeah.
Yeah, it is optional. I don't choose.
Yeah. Now, Ruff, I got on, and unfortunately, let's see if I can get myself focused on here while I'm talking to Ruff. Ruff, now, so unfortunately, you're not doing so well.
I've been better. My back's still gone, and as you can hear, I've caught the Mrs. R's bloody lurgy, and it's a bad one. And it was. I was feeling really, no pun intended, rough this morning when I woke up, and it's hit me a bit between the eyes. So forgive me if I sort of mute or go off where I blow my nose or cough or whatever. So, but apart from that, not too bad.
You're pretty good at hitting that mute button, anyways. It's just reminding yourself to unhit it when you start talking.
Yes, and I forget it. Anyway, I've got a couple of glasses of the red
lock and load
there, so lock and load, everyone.
So what were you playing before you got sidelined? What were you playing again?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Before you got sidelined, what were you playing again?
Beneath the Med. Still playing that. I was hoping to do some more videoing, but I can't stand up, and I can't talk. So I've had to put that off. Hopefully,
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. The way you said it was funny.
I know. Hey.
Sounds like a teenager again.
Like the burger kid in The Simpsons or whatever it is.
Yeah, I hate that when I'm teaching. I don't know if you've had that happen, Nate, while you're teaching, and all of a sudden your voice just cracks for some reason.
Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
You do a yodel, yeah. So
it's funny because I'm like, I'll do that, and I'll just stop, and I'll just look at the kids. I'm like, yeah, it happened.
Yeah, get it out of your system. Yeah, I'll wait till the laughter breaks up. So yeah, I've been playing the game
Into
still.
my problems, my lack of hair. Basically, I take anything that the kids can make fun of me, I take it away from them, and I
That's
make fun
right.
of myself. Little self-deprecation is always a good thing when it comes to education.
That's right. So have you been enjoying Beneath the Men, Ruff?
Yes, it is a dice chucking on the rails thingy, but goes well with what we're talking about today,
Oh, you
which
mean,
is
you mean it's a narrative-driven game?
no, it's a naval game. We're talking solely about naval games, Hexy.
Oh,
No,
yeah, because Hex is in here. I saw that. I saw that. We lost Hexy already. Nordic, you haven't. Oh, you
have to burn his house down now.
Yeah. Well, it makes a change to take the mickey out of poor old Ruff, doesn't it?
Now, I noticed on your table there, I could see just the corner of the box there. I believe that is combat that you have.
Well, we are talking about. No, I was going to keep them as a surprise, so I'll hide them. There we are.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You ruined Ruff's thing.
Well, not really.
No, I thought you had pulled it out to play.
No, my thing's been ruined and hasn't worked properly for about 20 years. So anyway, oh no, you're not talking about that. Sorry, the game.
We are here to introduce you to English words that are English and not American, but also American words that are not English. They both go both ways.
Yes, yeah, not so many though.
I'm
not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet. I'll go for a walk. Nate, I got a book. Nordic's got a book request. Although he missed last week's book request that you filled, but he probably did watch it, so he probably knows what
he did. Yep, I saw that.
So, Nord, go ahead, put it in there and let us know. So the kids were gone. The family was gone for 2 to 3 days. They went up to Niagara Falls while I was teaching still because I still had to go. And instead of playing games, I read books. I literally sat on my couch all evening long and just read books. I got better. But what I wanted to talk about, so I finally did get to play. I finished off the 2 books. It was great. Although the house was eerily quiet without 4 other people in the household. I had 2 guinea pigs, 2 parakeets, a frog, a swimming frog, a dog, and a parrot. And that still wasn't loud enough. So yeah. But I did continue to play the Guerrilla Generation. And there's a new mechanic in this. Not really mechanic, just kind of a new feature that I wanted to really talk about because it's interesting because you do have to predict, you do have to play for it. So generally on most, so I'm going to put this up here. So there's 3 sections. One's for the government, one's for the rebels. I can't remember the name. But then there's this little bottom part right here, which is usually event text. Okay. But in this case, it's breaking news.
Oh.
Every once in a while, there's ones that that nothing happened. There's nothing to do. But like in this one, you can actually move a safe house or place a safe house. So you go through your usual actions with like coin games, where one, yeah, of course, now it's going to not focus on me. But you go through the actions, and then the one, after you've done all your events or special ops and activities, you go to this card. And you go to the news part, and you see what happens.
Thanks. Hey, Mark, thanks for letting me know.
Trust Mr. Herman to advertise. Yeah, it's terrible. How you doing, Mark? I hope you're well. I hope you're feeling better than I am.
But what's interesting is generally these are not good for the government, or if they're good for the other, one of your special activities for the government is censor, or for the rebels it is propagandize, and it cancels this out. So you might have a plan to do, but when you see this, you may not want this to happen because it can adjust your public will and cause problems. So you may have to not be able to do your special activity. You might have to censor, so you can censor this and not have it affect. I thought that was a neat little twist. I don't know if all of them have that, but this is definitely a neat little twist.
That's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for mine. I mean, only last week, the other show I told you, I just received Purgatorio. That everybody's had that for weeks, so that one is going to take a few weeks to get here on a slow boat from China.
But as Nordic says, one thing me personally, extremely excited for coming up soon is the Thunderbolt Deluxe Edition is going to be charged here within the next few days. So we should receive it soon enough. And
no, Ruff has the lurgy.
No, it's proper lurgy, proper infection cold.
Yeah, it's not hay fever season.
No, I get that as well, but no, it's lurgy.
So, by the way, before we get into our topic, because I know Tony, you're going to talk to us. You have some special things about it, but I did want to ask, since Mark's in the chat, Mark, how's the next game after Army of the Potomac coming? I saw your video on YouTube showing the map, which looked really cool. So that looks neat to do the Lee invades North.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yep, I am too. I don't know if I'll get to it, but we'll get that.
You've got to have it just in case. It's.
Oh, I mean, I've already said it a number of times. Whatever's on the table is that's going out first.
You're just going to do that.
He's going to table flip just to clear it off and then put it all down. He doesn't care where the counters go or anything like that.
Yep, absolutely. I'll call into school. I'm sorry, I'm sick today. Because Thunderbolt came in. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, there you go. And it's good to see. We haven't seen you for a while, Blast Pop. Hope you're doing well.
Yep.
Yeah, hope you're doing well.
Very cool, Mark. Very cool. Yep. Nice.
Right.
He's going to clear the deck as well, too, once that game gets. Well, I was talking to Mitch about it, and he's like, there's 3 games in that box in Thunderbolt. Mm-hmm. And if you take the P500 price, which, by the way, now I don't think you can get, it's like $22 a game. It might still be. I think April 8th. I think you have until April 8th. I know after they charge. But
I believe it's 4 days after they charge. You can still get the pre-order price, up to 4 days, I should say.
So you got your last knockings to get it. I ordered mine as soon as it came out. As soon as they put it on P500.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that it ends up being like $22 a game.
Yeah,
and those are full games, not magazine games, full games. And a lot of it's, I think, because they were able to use the same map, artwork, and a lot of the same counters and everything like that.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh,
he might actually do it. Blastpop might get another get his videos going again. So,
which I remember, Blastpop. I think if I remember correctly, you did a video on Carthage on the Volume 2 back in the day.
See, oh my God, Carthage is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It creates a great narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I did there? You see what that's nice?
Yeah, it's all right.
No, it is so much fun. So I've played it 3 times now, twice with Kev, and then once with Kev and another we played 3-player. And it is so much fun.
You actually got the rules right this time, unlike Kev?
Oh, yeah, because I actually was there to help. So, yeah, we're good. Actually, I was a little annoyed because I didn't have the rules right until I actually read it, and I'm like, oh, I can't just keep pulling. I can only limit out of so I was playing Carthage, and you're limited to the number of troops you can take out of each Numidia and all the other places. I was like, damn it, that's no fun. I wanted to take 10 out of one and 13 out of another, and yeah, it didn't work out so well.
Now we're advertising.
This one. Now we're advertising.
Come on.
By the way, we are not sponsored or paid by anybody. I thought I'll put that out there. We just love to talk about games that we're excited about. Yeah, and the nice thing is 2 of the games out of the Thunderbolt, Rise of the Roman Republic and Carthage, are already done. They're already games. They're already they tweaked them a little bit, but they've pretty much. And I was one of the times we played it when we played 3-player. It was developed. It was play testing the new rules for Carthage, or the tweaked up rules for Carthage.
So just remind, in case people don't know about Thunderbolt, what's actually in it.
So
you'll get it on P500 till the 15th.
Yeah, so there's three games in Thunderbolt Deluxe. The first game, Rise of the Roman Republic. All three games.
And these have all been issued separately in the past. Yeah.
The first two. The third one is finally coming in. Excuse me. Into this whole, and they're putting them all together into a deluxe. So it's a operational ancients simulation of ancient Roman and Carthaginian campaigns in the early years of the Roman Republic, the first few centuries of the Roman Republic. So Rise of the Roman Republic covers mostly the wars that are in central Italy, central and southern Italy. So the invasions of Pyrrhus, of Epirus, the Samnite Wars, and then in Carthage, there's the First Punic War that covers the entire war, as well as other scenarios that are smaller and deal with operations in Sicily or in Africa. And then Thunderbolt is the Second Punic War, all from including Spain or Hispania, Iberia campaigns, to the Italy campaigns, to campaigns in Africa, all across the Western Mediterranean for the Second Punic War. So, and it not only is it just a military simulation, but there's also a political aspect around it as well, where each of the, particularly on the Roman side, you have to determine who is the consul and who's the proconsuls and what authority they have to move into certain provinces, because that was how the Roman system worked. So it's interesting to try to redo and refight these campaigns with certain limitations, but also political realities of what was going on then, which is really cool. So that's me nerding out for a second.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'll be honest with you. There's no hidden information. And there's the auguries, which I think is one of the funnest part of the entire system. So the auguries is kind of like a random events table. You're reading the signs, the birds, and everything like that. So there's no hidden information. So what I'm going to tell you, it's as solo solitaire friendly as any other 2-player game with no solitaire information.
Yeah, you play or no hidden
information. Yeah, you just play both sides. So yeah, Mark was going to ask the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's not when you draw for consoles, you draw for them. It's random. You don't get to choose. I hit the wrong button.
I mean, essentially, the system is a chit pull system.
Yep, that's the other thing that makes it more solo solitaire fun or easier, is because you can't plan as much, because it's not I go you go. It is you pull a chit, and those actually I think solo a lot better when you have done that. So I do got a couple things before we get into our topic that I do want to talk, because I did pick up a few things. I usually don't, but I did pick up a few because Miniature Market had a sale, so I picked up a few things. One I picked up was the Allies package for Burns Leader. Yeah. So this, I didn't want the subs or the carriers, but I like the idea of the Allies package. I thought that was,
it just opens it up to, you can make
more. Yep. And then I'll say that. Ruff, you'll like this. I got a Final Girl.
It's a great game. I know. Great narrative.
This is the Terminator one.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about this one, but this one's like kind of based off Terminator, because the hunter's like a robot, so it's kind of like the Terminator. I did go all in on the 5th season though, or the last season.
Yeah, I got them separately.
So I didn't. So, and then I picked up the Neon playmats.
You've got to have that. That is fantastic.
Nice.
But
mine's there. Look, I don't even see it. Mine is there.
I picked up. Oh yes, I picked up Leviathan Mass, which is one of the solitaire states of Siege games. And before we got on, I'm like, I wonder how many of these do I have? I have 9 official states of Siege games that were by Victory Point Games. Now, if you add the kind of the new ones that are out there, Arbin Medicine has a couple with Gorbachev, and the Ethiopian one, Black Skin, Black Shirt, I think is what it was.
Yep.
And then there's the Byzantine one, the sort of Byzantine, I think, Rome,
sort of orthodoxy.
Yeah, that one. And then there's a couple other out there.
Did ancient Egypt one, Gift of the Nile?
Yep. Yeah, that's supposed to be quite good.
How many? Okay, here's the fun.
Sorry, Tony, is that Worthington again?
Yes. Yeah, this is the updated version. How many have I played? Almost all of them except for that one that I own. That one.
There was one you didn't like very much.
Oh, that was the Chinese one, and I sold that one. So
Right.
that's not it. I wasn't done with that. And so I've actually played all but 2 of them because I've played Ottoman Sunset, but not the Habsburg Empire one. I haven't played that one. And you can actually connect those 2 together to play at the same time. So I'd want to play Habsburg first, and then I'd put them together because I have played Ottoman Sunset.
And they both can interact with each other.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's some interactions between the 2, which is really cool.
Just hoping that Worthington.
Constantinople is a print and play one, and I do want to get that one. So, which is I have to build it. That's the downfall. It's about 30 cards, and that's where I come up with an issue. So I'll have.
I do have a video. It's quite old now about how to do your print and play games, how to do your counters, how to do your cards, how I do them anyway.
Yep.
Not necessarily the correct way. It's how I do them and the maps and things. So,
for cards, all I do is I buy a cheap set of 52 playing cards, sticker paper, and I just stick the sticker right on the card, and then I have a card.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, what I say. Yeah.
And I mean, it works because the cards are thick enough. Yeah. And then, you can put them in sleeves if you want to.
Stick them in a sleeve. Yeah.
Yep. So, nice. But yeah, Constantinople. But no, the Sword of Orthodoxy is also one because I'm a big Byzantine fan. Because when I was teaching 7th grade, which is world history, I really got deep into the Byzantine or the Eastern Roman Empire is really what I was interested in. Justinian, Theodora.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Purple makes the best burial shrouds.
That's right.
It's still stuck in my head forever. So,
that's right.
So I'm thinking what I may do, I may have a project here because I need something to get my juices flowing again because Napoleon, as much as I enjoy it, I'm just not into it right now. So I'm probably going to pull it off the table. I mean, I enjoyed it. I played a couple turns, loved it. It is a slog, though. I'm not going to deny it. It is the
OCS one, is it, or something?
No.
That's the Ben Madison one.
Ben Madison one. It's the third of the British trilogy.
Right.
You know how, like in Mrs. Thatcher's War, towards the end, you have to do all the newsreels.
Yeah.
And that just gets to be a slog at times, and I'm just not in for that right now. So I might clear that off and start playing through all of my.
There you go. There you could play that.
All that. So yeah.
Play Cataphract.
I do have that too. Because that's got not only the battles, but it has the whole like Eastern Roman Empire one.
That's right.
What is it? Belisarius?
Belisarius.
Thank you. Belisarius.
An operational game in there by Mr. H, as well. So
I believe in the Cataphract it also has the Attila the Hun scenarios in it, like Utis and the Catalonian plains.
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah. You've got that one, right, Nate?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't have that. Yeah.
That is your role model. Well, I can't say your role model, but
it's a good little game. Me and Tweez have played it. Well, it was a couple of 3 years ago now. Good game.
I have not played it, but I have not found the leader game I have not liked, by the way. And it's by Dean Brown, which did the B17 leader, which I loved. Absolutely loved. So I feel like this is going to be, and I've watched him play it, I feel like Struance leader is going to be fun. So.
It's fun.
Nordic. I plan, like, I have the Julius Caesar GBOH, and I plan on, because I know that I want to take my time and to dive into it to figure it out. I think I'm going to save that until after I finish my dissertation, so then I don't have anything else on my mind.
You're sort of set up a little bit by playing a little bit of Normandy. Norman Conquest. Sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's some little similarities in that.
It really is very similar in most cases on a lot. I mean, it just gets more crunchy, which is a lot of fun with that. And by the way, if you really want to dig deep and make things easier, look at Stuka Joe's what he does to help with the counters and stuff like that. Because you have to put the strength markers, but you never know what's underneath, or you have to put one on top of the other. He has
Okay.
these little round discs, and yeah, it's really cool. So Stuka, you got me. I actually bought a lot of stuff on that one. So
Well, I will say, I mean, I have decided I have SPQR on my P500, so I think I will probably enjoy it.
A little bit miffed about because I've got is it the SPQR? You've got to buy the update kit or something. A little bit miffed, but anyway, I've got it. I'll put it on the P500.
oh yes, I'm just looking at this now. Oh, that looks fun.
Yeah, I think I'm getting SPQR, and then I also plop for the simple GBOH as well.
There's lots of game in the SPQR, lots.
Oh yeah, this one's upcoming. Yeah, French and Indian
Steve
War.
Jones just brought it out. A French and Indian war game. I can't pass it up.
Next week. Oh wow. And this one you play the French side, I believe.
Well,
Trying
can't
to
have
stave
everything,
off
can you?
English.
You can't have everything.
You usually pick the loser on these games. Like that's the way it works out.
Yeah.
Oh, otherwise it wouldn't be much of a game, would it?
Yeah,
Really, if you
yeah.
pick the winning side.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I assume it's a Ben Madison game. I've not really ever been burnt on one of his games before.
No,
Not
at all. Not at all. So I didn't even realize that was coming out. So yeah, honestly, take a look at Stuka Joe's and you tell me how much easier it'll be to play the game.
The man is a genius. He's a legend in his own lunchtime. He is amazing man. I'm joking, but yeah, Stuka Joe, you're just one of a kind.
That's cool. I'll definitely go check out that video.
Yeah. But what we are talking about and kind of the States of Siege games can kind of get into that is narrative. Now, when I said narrative, Nate's like, great, I've got great narrative games. I knew exactly what he's thinking about. And yes, we will talk about that. But I also want you to think, other than narrative given, and I can speak really. Yes, I really can speak English.
Take two.
Other than narrative-driven games, such as the Hunters, the Dice Chuckers, think about other games that have great narratives as well. Yes. Elysian Space does. Yes.
You will be surprised. On my list of games to talk about, I only have one that is actually a dedicated solitaire game.
Oh, that is to me. I'll get into a couple of different things when we.
Well, that's something I might bring up as well. With solitaire versus.
Well, as I usually like to start off in class, let's start with the low-hanging fruit. Okay. Let's start off with the stuff that's pretty easy to do and get started with it. So what are some of your narrative-driven games? Now, Nate, I think you've got one. So, and people in the chat, put some in it as well. What are great narrative-driven games? And in this case, let's talk about the ones that are kind of the ones on rails or that are solitaire. Nordic has a great one that brought up.
I was going to bring that up, but it's upstairs and I couldn't be bothered with my back.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, Nate, what do you got which you would consider a narrative-driven game that is kind of solitaire and with that?
I believe if I did my counting correctly on my list of games on BGG, because I put everything in there, that I have 9 solitaire games.
Good grief.
That is more than we started out with when we got here. So that's when he started. Okay.
That's right. But
we've corrupted him.
But one that I picked that I don't think either one of you own, but I have played this and you'll understand why I like it just from the theme. It is Trench Raid. This is
do I get it? Do I not? Do I get it?
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm right there. I'm 6-7 it right now. So.
It's a very, very fun game. Especially it just drives the theme really well. Of you're going out into the no man's land and at night and you're trying to do whatever and you don't know what your objective is until you roll for it and you find, okay, there's a pilot out there or there's a sniper out in the middle of no man's land, or and you don't know what's out there as you go. All of a sudden, boom, you're in you're in an abandoned building, and wouldn't you know it, there's a German inside there, and now you have to fight him. But you hope not to make too much noise, because the enemy, more enemies might come. Or on my last playthrough of it, we had gotten way out in no man's land, and it was great. We got our objective. It was wonderful, and everybody survived. And we're coming all the way back, and we get close, and we come across a crater. And wouldn't you know it, one of my guys tripped over an unexploded bomb, and he blew up. So that was the end of him. So it's a great story.
Again, that just come up, Cromwell.
Cromwell,
Code Word
Cromwell.
That's one that's always been on my thingy. It's so hard to get.
It looks outstanding.
It
looks outstanding.
Like Warfighter, if you think of it as a movie, rather than a historical thingy, then you're going to be okay. Sorry, yeah, Trench Raid is on my thing. The other one
now, our definition, real quick, is like kind of the solitaire narrative, kind of bots rolling on charts to see how things go and stuff like that. Not a whole lot of agency, but some generally. Okay, Ruff, go ahead.
I'm just going to say.
Oh, yep, target for today.
Because you have to name all your crew as well, and that they get injured, and you want to make sure they get well again, or they get killed. You're going to get some newbie that nobody likes on the plane. It's going to let them down. It's again on rails, lots of charts and tables, but it's if you can just forget that and let the dice run the game for you. These dice run the games. This and what I'm playing at the moment. It's the dice that are running the game. You haven't got a lot of input, but you can just lose yourself in the theater of the mind. Some people don't like that, and I get it. Raid, all those games. They're just
isn't that one you want, Ruff? The Raid on Saint Nazaire? Isn't that one? It's like a good copy's like a fortune, though, right now.
Stupid. I've got the files to print off the map and the counters and that if I want to go through all that again, like I did with Carrier. But it's it's gonna you can do it like I did with and that's another great narrative, and it's not on so much rails, is of course is it here, Skies Above Britain.
Yeah,
or I put all
I would believe that. Yep, because you've got the names of the pilots, and
it was all you lot. It was all my subbies and YouTubers, and that makes it a little bit more personal.
I think it's the same across like all the Skies games. You can write the names down for everybody.
Now, some of them do give you names, but you can still change them if you want.
And it's the same with this. You just put your names. You don't get so many games in the Greg Smith ones, but it's your crew that you're worried about, that you've been through half a dozen missions or patrols, and suddenly you lose your XO, and it's like, oh, God, so even though you haven't named him, you've lost him. He's worked his way up to elite.
I mean, that's the same thing that you can do in Trench Raid, is you can name all of the guys and then tailor each of the individuals as to what you like, what they're experts in. And so that makes the game more, you connect more with the people in there.
Again, Wolfpack, because you've got individual subs that have got a crew on them, and you don't want them to sink.
well, the other thing is that Wolfpack, the designer's a little bit of a dick when you're playing his games with him. He likes to beat you.
He likes to take over. You know what it's like with designers. Yeah.
So the one game I picked as the narrative game that I absolutely love. But I'm so glad they put it on Steam, because I don't want to set it up, but I would love to. Is Mr. President?
Yeah, Mr. P.
That is a huge narrative-driven game. That basically it's all narrative, except for the fun part about this is you have a lot of agency in this game, but you don't know which fire to put out and which fire is going to be the worst. So yeah,
Mr. Ponas, yes,
yep.
Well, and it's those games, it's mentioned directly in the rule book that essentially the left side of the board, which is the domestic policy, is where you can win the game. Oh, yeah, that's another one.
But that's got no rails on it, has it really?
Yeah, that really has no rails, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a narrative. Yep.
But Mr. President, like they say in the rule book, and it's true. And the left side of the board, where the domestic policy stuff is where you can win the game. But the foreign policy on the right side of the board is where you can lose the game. And so you're trying to like mitigate all kinds of disasters around the world while trying to push your agenda as well in the game. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like how that. Yeah, definitely. Bite that. Bob says,
played that. No, I don't know that one.
I've not played that. Feels like you're crawling through. I'm kind of curious on that one because I think I've seen that, but I haven't. I haven't seen much on that one.
Another one which is not so much on rails. Hold on. Yeah, but you've got both. You've got both. You've got ones that are on rails that make the theatre of the mind, and then you've got ones with more like RAF, like Fields of Fire, where you've got a lot more thingy, and it's
there's a lot more, but there's a strong narrative. Yeah. But if we're talking about Crowbar, that's
Never played it.
It's it's like a reverse against the siege. It's like you're trying to move forward all the time.
Yeah,
but you can see the narrative in that one.
Yeah,
so
because
a lot of I guess the one way I'm going to talk about narratives right now is they're generally solitaire games where you're kind of reacting to other people.
Are the best narrative games solitaire only?
No.
And you two are going to put me right on that, aren't you?
Yes, that's the whole idea. Yeah, it's interesting on how many foreigners actually like Mr. President.
Well, and it's definitely a good game for learning the American political system, which a lot of people around the world just like can't
get the head around.
Yeah. It's like, huh? You got 3 branches, and what do? They all hate one another. They're supposed to hate one another, and
we've only got the 2, the Commons and the Lords, that hate each other. So, well, unless you get your friends in, but that's another story.
I'll tell you, if you don't mind playing a computerized or digitized version of it, Steam has the full game on Steam. You can buy it. It's a digital version.
Yeah.
So it does take up a lot of room, doesn't it?
But if you still want to play it digitally, but you don't want to pay for the full box game, you can buy the upgrade kit, and it's specifically mentioned that it has everything that you need to play it on Vassal.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Cardboard Commander.
You get all the books, don't you, in the update?
Yep.
I've had to chuck away all the other. I haven't actually chucked them away. I can't do that. They're in an empty box.
Yeah. It was said specifically on the description that a lot of people had asked they would like to play it just on Vassal, and is there any option that they have without spending for the whole game itself, the whole board game?
They're doing a lock and load first with the spiral bound rule books, and now buying that so you can play it. That's your license to play it on Vassal. Yeah,
Lock and Load actually started that with just selling the scenario books, because the rule books are all free online, and then you buy the scenario book. You can buy the scenario books, and you can play on. And same thing with Mr. President. You can play on either Vassal or on Tabletop Simulator. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. That's how when I got to. I'll tell you what. The first ever playthrough I did with a designer or developer in this case was with Mike and on Mr. President. Matter of fact, it was the War Room. God rest in peace. He got me into that, and he's like, "I can show you it." And I'm like, "Okay." It's like, that sounds good. And then he showed it to me, and then we got Gene on, and it's just a phenomenal game. It's so much fun. You think you're starting to move forward, and then that card you flip over, and you're like, if you ever think you want to be president, play that damn game and tell me you still want to be the president, and I'll vote for you. Like, I'm like, it's like, oh my goodness. It's like,
hello.
It's one of those games where, like, with a lot of solitaire games, for some reason, I don't know, like, usually when I play a solitaire game the first time, I don't like it. Mainly it's because I don't understand how all the parts fit together yet. But then I keep playing it, and at some point, finally, it clicks for me. and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is actually really cool. And that's what happened with Mr. President.
And this one, the last one, again, not on rounds as such, but yeah, combat.
That relates back to the ambush game.
Yeah, volume 1 and 2. Well, that gives it away that it's related to the
yep.
It's
the spiritual. This combat is the spiritual successor to ambush. And, and the fact that it's man on man, it's real.
But it's
real
also
easy to get smaller.
It's also so different. It's not the same game. It's not. It's so different. But it's a homage to that. The good thing about combat, you can replay the same scenario over and over and get different results.
That's right. You got impeached in the first 6 months. The last time you guys played that. Yep.
Well, that says a lot about your character, Mike. All right.
I think it was Jerome that actually got impeached. I think he was the president.
Now, when we go to start talking about 2-player games, I do want to go back to Edward's comment about Star Wars Rebellion, because that is a great narrative war game.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is that a co-op game?
It can be.
Okay, so it's got multiple ways to play.
It can play up to 4.
But is it narrative because you've got Luke and Boba Fett in it and Lando, rather than the game itself? You've actually got those names that everybody knows.
Yeah, it is narrative in that there are the cards that come up are flashpoint moments from the movies. So as you play, you're sort of creating your own kind of episode 4, 5, and 6, and how it might play out. So in this case, forewarned, if anybody wants to play Star Wars Rebellion with me, don't let me play the Rebellion. I'll lose if you want to be on my team, because I'm terrible. I suck at the Rebellion. I'm good as the Empire. I can conquer and all that.
He gets the evil Empire going.
That just shows you what he's like. And that comment is what I think personally about narrative games. The smaller the scale, the better the narrative, because you're coming down to, platoons, squads, individuals, whatever they're called in other eras. That's my thought, that it's because you've got individual men and women. They're the ones that you care about. That's what I think. Anyway,
I didn't want to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're talking about this. Sorry, my daughter's out of town right now, and I'm figuring out where to pick her up tomorrow.
You've got it at dad mode.
I think it is easier. I don't think it's impossible to have a good narrative game with large units. It's just not as easy. When you get down to an individual, you have individual characters, like in combat, ! When you get characters down to an individual man-on-man, it's easy because you can say, oh, this guy's running in here. He's running into the building to hide from this gunner that he thinks is over here, because you're not quite
even
sure.
with squads or platoons, dare I say, you can still get that narrative. When you're playing an operational game, you lose a division, you go, oh God, I shouldn't have had. Never mind. There's no, for me.
I mean,
there's
good. I think
there's no for me, because you don't know the men.
True, but you could. I mean, you kind of use your imagination a little bit.
I'll just go.
But I will say, thinking of a solitaire narrative-driven game that I probably will enjoy. Actually, no, it's not the Imperial March. It's the Palpatine music.
Wow.
Blah, 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 dark side, blah,
That's
blah,
right.
blah,
That's
blah.
right. What is that? What's the phrase? Let the hate flow through you.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up. No, hold on. That one.
Oh, sorry. Technically, they were a platoon, but okay.
Now, I think so. I have played one Gregory Smith game so far, American Tank Ace. I didn't quite get it. Maybe it's because I haven't played it enough. But I do think I might try. He has this Gladiator game that's coming out at some point that seems very interesting.
Game?
Yeah, it's a solitaire game. Yes, Mark, I have played. I do have it. It's great.
I still need to play it.
Yes,
I
that one.
have it. I still need to play it.
I
This
don't
is the
have
new
it.
version, by the way.
It's fun because you
You swap
think you're
them.
doing good, and then all of a sudden, oh no, now you got to swap sides. It's like, oh crap.
That's an interesting mechanic that I don't think anybody else has utilized.
No. And I think
No,
that
I
should
don't
be
think anybody
employed
else
more, especially in solitaire games.
Oh, by
Yeah.
Stealth and Sea, that's a good one too. That's a great narrative one too.
I haven't got that or Zeppelin. I'd like to get Zeppelin.
It's just too bloody expensive.
Yeah.
Now going
Now,
back,
I will tell you,
noticed-
Nate, I had the same. I understood what I was doing.
Checking you out,
With American Tank Ace, I got that. I just didn't find it that entertaining, honestly. It was
What's that?
narrative driven.
Which one?
American
Sorry,
Tank Ace.
No, a lot of people have said that. His other games.
And I
are
like
great.
those games. That's what was weird about it. I like
Yeah.
those games, but
Not enough.
I
not
couldn't tell
really
when I
enough
played
in
it. Is it just me, or is it I'm not getting it, or is it there's just I don't know. It just didn't.
which is weird because Western Front Ace,
It's
same
lots of-
kind of idea, but I don't know what it was. I really don't know what it was. So
Maybe British Tank Ace is better, or maybe the German Panzer Ace will be better. I don't know.
see, even Richard was like he didn't care for Tank Ace either.
No, I mean these things like the Hunters and the Hunted and all that, and Beneath the Med and the American one, Silent Victory, they do have little weeny differences in them that make them not just the same thing in a different
Yeah.
I mean, these have got the
Oh.
Stealth and Sea people in it that you can go on special missions and do that. They've also got ones where it's a download from BGG where they're on the surface putting limpets on rather than going underneath and leaving.
okay.
There's differences between the Hunters and Beneath the Med. I've still got to play properly Silent Victory. I assume the big thing on that is their torpedoes don't work.
Yeah,
for the first-
you can survive that game. You can survive that game pretty good, but you just can't sink anything.
Yeah.
Part of the game.
Yeah.
So
No, I
Nate, you
would
were going to
say-
say something about this.
Yeah, so I played it. It's a pretty looking game. I like the box, the map, cards, everything looks really nice. The problem I had with the game was that unless you know Napoleon's story, then the cards don't make sense as they come up, like how things connect together. It's more of just, oh, I have this stat, plus modifier over here and this over here. And it doesn't feel like there's an actual story. There's no like flavor text on the card.
Yeah,
It's just
weird.
what the card does. And you have to go in the rule book and, like it'll describe what, what's in the cards and like that. But I'd rather have at least a small sentence on the card.
Oh, I've watched it played, but I didn't really pay attention to the cards. I know
And I don't know much about Nappy
flavor
either.
text or anything on that.
Yeah, there's no flavor text on it.
Okay.
I mean,
whatsoever.
that's why I liked Malta Besieged, because you could play the game going through the cards in the proper order. How things happen. But when you shuffle them up and put them into their little piles, you sort of know what's going on when something out of order happens.
Yeah.
Well,
that's with all of. I think that's with all of the.
And they've got narrative text there as well, so you get a little bit of background to what's going on.
Now, the one that I found was interesting, and I actually think it's my favorite States of Siege, is the Mound Builders one, which I wish they would reprint in the fancy schmancy Worthington version. But I do have it because it's the actual pre-Cambrian Indians. Or pre-Columbian Indians. Not Cambrian.
Yeah.
Pre-Columbian
Dinosaurs.
Indians. So basically what happens is the game starts out, you have to, so this is a different part of the States of Siege. You actually have to go out first. You have to expand out of Cahokia and then build it out. So you could have some tracks that are pretty short if you don't expand it out far enough. So, and then you kind of get tacked in between there. Yeah, Ralph, I know you put that on there.
There is, if you go onto BGG for the Hunters, there is a ton. You can be Russian submarines, you can be British submarines, you can, there's a little fan-based things made, and you can print out the sheets for the submarines that look like the ones in the game. There's lots of stuff on BGG for that, but yes, there isn't a boxed
actual box. Yeah,
of games.
Yeah, I kind of get to this point. I'd rather do Tank Duel because it's just fun shooting people in the face.
That is having a couple of glasses of the old red juice and then blowing somebody up.
I want Ruff to have that half bottle of bourbon that he talks about.
I drank bourbon once on this show, and I'm thinking to myself as I'm
never again.
I'm thinking, oh, be careful, Ruff. You're starting to get a bit leery. So,
now, there was a question for you, Ruff, earlier from Cardboard Commander. When you were talking about combat, it was a little while ago. Cardboard Commander asked whether or not he should go buy Combat Eastern Front.
Don't ask me.
Hey,
because
that is out now. People are getting it. So let's give it some time.
Yes, it is out. I thought
it is.
Arnhem I was desperately waiting. Oh, we've got to get this. People bought it and went, it's a load of old tush. Yes, I bought it, 140 odd quid, whatever it was. I think it's been sort of sorted out online now. And my feeling is I'm waiting until the next one comes out. But we had the designer of the original two combats on the chat last time we were here.
Yeah.
And he said, don't worry, Ruff, the new designer, it's a labor of love, and it's going to be good. So I'm just hoping that Second Chance Game haven't got that game in their store when I turn up at PunchCon.
So I will tell you this.
Wait and see, Cardboard.
Well, I will tell you this. I went and looked just to be sure. Combat Eastern Front on BGG. There is an errata page or a download. However, there's only 2 errata.
And if
that's pretty good. I mean, it's
clarification.
2 errata and 3 clarifications. That's it.
There you go. I can live.
I love the clarifications because it helps understand. It's like the rules in there, but I'm just it's not right. Yeah.
And I was asked on that live stream last time, what do you think, Ruff, was the main cause of it going wrong? And I said the designer. So he's gone now, and Ross assures me that everything is lovely in the combat world.
It's tickety-boo, as you would say.
Tickety-boo, yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, did you see Hexy's comment? Last comment here.
This one?
No. Keep going down. And I will play.
What?
All right, we'll have to get Mike. We'll have to get Wolfpack because I think that's the way. I think Wolfpack would be fun for him. I think he would dig Wolfpack.
I agree. I think he would like it.
I don't think he can cope with flying colors.
That's the other thing. Maybe shooting ships might be better because it's like warfare. It's like a tank, but it's on water. Same idea.
That might not be a bad idea because I have not learned how to play flying colors yet.
Well, we can get Berticelli in here to help you out. We can. Yeah. He knows how to. He plays. Yes, and
he plays everything. Mike plays everything,
and I do love sailing ships.
Yeah.
Oh, it's flying colors is by far one of my.
The thing is, you're controlling fleets rather than individual ships. So
Oh, specific. Of course, Mark's got to jump in here.
Right. That is on my to-do list for 2026. I do want to play.
Hoping somebody's going to teach me at PunchCon next month. So,
Mark, what we're going to do is we're going to play the whole campaign, 41 to 45, live.
And it's funny, but it's not funny, is it? Because that's what they're known for. I won't stop buying their games if it's something that I want.
I think I've learned to put my hold on for their games. I won't pre-order their games at all.
I'll wait to see all the good feedback.
Yeah. Like I waited for now. I want to get Trench Raid because of that narrative. Like that is so much fun. Like so
Stuka Joe's.
Is he being naughty?
If the game didn't bring errata, you're missing the company.
Yeah, that's what we said. It's funny, but it's not. Is it?
I just noticed that. Sorry. Oh man.
But it won't stop me buying them.
I
if
wouldn't.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Mark. You could join us. You could play. How about all of us dummies will play the Allies, and you can play the Japanese and just wipe us out.
Just wipe the floor with us. Yeah.
Change history and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's some carriers in Pearl Harbor.
They're safe in there. We don't have to worry about them, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just leave
right.
it in oh my god, yeah. Too soon? Too
Oh,
soon?
that's cool,
Yeah,
Ken.
that's my favorite line.
Oh, he said he'll play. Oh.
No, I'm going to be
Well,
a March team. All right. I know.
Ancient naval ramming speed. Yeah. Yep. See, that's one war galley, which is a GBOH. Ruff, you have war galley. You picked that up, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're actually fighting trireme versus trireme.
I think Nordic was lucky enough to pick a copy of that up as well.
Oh, it's selling for stupid amounts if I remember right.
Is that really the only ancient naval game that's out there?
That is of any that I know of.
Well, you do have which one is it? Where you use the rules of this in one of the scenarios.
Oh, for in the Julius Caesar one, there is.
Yeah, and they give
But
you
it's
a
GBOH.
Okay, Charles. Avalon Hills Trireme.
Okay,
Right.
well, yeah, you're probably going to get war galley easier than you can get trireme.
Yeah, and that's
War
hard to get.
galley, yeah. I
Right.
haven't played it though.
The maps are great.
all naval maps are the most beautiful map and map of the year.
Beautiful
They are very
terrain.
accurate. It's blue. Different shades of blue depending on the depth, but it's
Of
blue.
course, yes. No, I think flying colors would be good because you can. There's so much in the game now. The world is involved depending on.
Oh,
what
I guess
you want
Double
to do.
Knight's got it for $65, so it's not too bad.
What's that?
The war galley.
How much you pay for it?
It's 65.
Yeah, that's
first
about
print,
the bottom end.
$6,525. Second printing is 95.
Yeah, I mean that's $60 is about the bottom end. You're going to pick it up at.
Yeah. Yeah, an unpunched copy, very good plus is 125. Yeah,
I was lucky. Mine was unpunched as well. I didn't pay that.
Oh, space maps are better, Nordic says.
Yeah. What is it? Space Empires 4X, fantastic.
Yeah. But it also depends on the color of the sky.
Yeah. What's the other one? The one with the planes that I couldn't quite get into. The Second World War one with the planes. They're good maps. They've got a bit of green at the bottom. Wing Leader.
Oh, Wing Leader. Yeah, Wing Leader. Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
we're at the hour
granted,
mark.
This is war galley, so
What plug do you want to do, Sexy?
yeah, go for it.
Plug away.
You guys got something going on tonight? Are we doing
Yeah, that's what,
Emmitsburg?
he's gonna pee off once he's done his plug. He's gonna. I've told him they're off now.
Hey,
Right.
we got he's interacting, so we got the whatever
got
analytics
engagement.
that they want. Yeah.
Oh, with
That's
this
it. Is it? That's it. There's no more. That's the entire. Come on. What is it?
Not a time or anything. Live. Oh, he's doing it live. Ooh.
That should be fun.
With all his friend, with all 6 of his friends.
It's got more than me. I can tell you. Don't
Ah.
knock it.
Let's
8
see
p.m.
here.
Eastern time.
Mhm.
Yes, too late for me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 1 o'clock in the bloody
Actually,
morning.
so Quay says yes. There are several of the games, the GBOH games that have scenarios in there for the galleys and stuff. There are.
They actually print the rules and the rules you need to play those scenarios.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
what
you can print the rules out. It actually says go to GMT and print the rules out or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the new Caesar Deluxe Edition has a separate new naval rule book with it.
Oh, okay. You know
that's
what?
been the
I think I
upgrade,
saw
is
that
it?
when I opened that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, now that we're at the hour mark, maybe Ruff, do you have anything for
there's a
what
bit
happened
going
today
on.
on the?
If my voice holds out, just thinking about the updates and things that are coming out. I think you buy the game, leave it for 5 years, and then the updates would have settled down just by the update that's applicable.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know.
I actually got rid of America Bomber. I did not like that one at all. I actually sent it to Jessica for free. Yeah.
Really?
Did not like
yeah, again, I'd play it just because I'm looking forward to Doodlebug. There's probably not a lot in that, but I'm looking forward to it purely because of my mother telling me the story of seeing a Doodlebug fly over, go quiet, and then come down and boom. So yeah, hopefully Second Chance Games has got that in by then. All the voices going. Here's one for you, Nate. I hope I get the pronunciations right. 503 BC. Roman consul Agrippa Maenius Lanatus celebrates a triumph for a military victory over the Sabines. How's that? All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Careful.
It's a dead language.
Don't sound like a smart.
Alive in my heart.
Don't sound like a smart ass. All right, that's what I'm saying. Right. 1660, we whiz forward to the Declaration of Breda was proclaimed by King Charles II, in which he promised a general pardon for crimes committed during the English Civil War. And then whizzing forward to 1814, Napoleon abdicates conditionally for the first time and names his son Napoleon II as Emperor of the French, followed by unconditional abdication 2 days later. 1818, the United States Congress affirming the Second Continental Congress. See, this is why we've got to play Mr. President. We haven't got a clue what that sentence meant, us across this side of the pond. The United States Congress affirming the Second Continental Congress adopts the flag of the United States with 11 red and white stripes and 1 star for each state, which was 20 at that time. 1865, you guys again, American Civil War. A day after.
Oh, he's gonna butcher this name. I know it. I
do it on purpose. If you've not sussed it yet, I do it on purpose. 1865, American Civil War. Now, I'm all right with these. A day after the Union forces capture Richmond, Virginia, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln visits the Confederate capital.
He had trouble trying to figure out how to butcher that. He's like, how can I butcher this? It's too
I'll make it French. Richmond.
Yeah, like the surrender at Appomattox.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I do like mucking about because I can see it grinds your gears. I do like it.
It probably grinds even more.
But we do it with love, but on purpose.
Right. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I've heard people say Antietam. Like,
Antietam. That's how I would say it. Antietam. I can say it. I can say
Sharpsburg.
It. Yeah, Sharpsburg. It's got a mess in it.
But yeah, we say Lincolnshire. He separates every.
Yeah, that's what winds me up.
Jam all their words.
Do that on purpose.
I mean, that's why I'm really glad that one of the most popular board games in existence is Brass Birmingham.
Anyway, moving on. 1913, the first Balkan War. Ooh. The Greek aviator Emanueli, I'm going to mess this up because it's a Greek name, Akdryropopoulos becomes the first apologies to their family. Becomes the first pilot to die in the Hellenic Air Force when his plane crashes. Are there any games on the first Balkan War?
First Balkan War? What are we talking about? First Balkan War? Let me look. I'll look it up here. Let's see if we can find it. I'll just type in Balkan.
It's right before World War I.
Yeah.
Oh no, nothing with Balkan in the name. Obviously.
Get on it, designers. Anyway, 1925, the Schutzstaffel, the SS, is founded under Adolf Hitler's Yahtzee party in Germany.
There's one. There's a Balkan War game, strategy and tactics.
Oh, it's a magazine game. I knew it. I could put money on that one.
Called The Balkan Wars: Prelude to Disaster from 1993.
Right. Okay. That's probably okay. It's probably okay from that era. So yeah, I was quite surprised how early the SAS were formed. 1925.
Mm-hmm.
1945, World War II, United States Army troops capture Kassel. And 1945, World War II again, of course, Soviet Red Army troops liberate Hungary from German occupation. And then whizzing afterwards, 1949, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, otherwise known as NATO, was established by 12 Western states, including Great Britain. The military alliance provided for a collective self-defense against Soviet aggression and greatly increased American influence in Europe. And then finishing off with 1973, a Lockheed C-141 Starlifter, dubbed the Hanoi Taxi, makes its last flight of Operation Homecoming. This was the return of 591 American prisoners of war held by North Vietnam following the Paris Peace Accords that ended US involvement in the Vietnam War. And yes, I do have a picture of that lovely plane, because I know I take the mickey, but I do.
Everybody, get your.
Oh, here we go again. Where are we? Window.
That's right. I don't have to do that. Ruff can actually do that on his own.
Look at that beauty.
That is a nice looking plane.
And that turned into the one with the sort of sloopy down wings, the huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
The C-141B or C or something. But anyway, that's it. That's, again, not much happening. They want to get their fingers out, this history thing.
Very cool. Well, I have 2 books actually to recommend for people, and specifically,
hold on. Thank you, Charles.
Leave right alone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hopefully, Mark Herman's in the chat, because I was thinking about he's working on a Mediterranean theater game of Mediterranean theater World War II game. I believe it's in the style, correct me, Mark, if you're in the chat, if I'm wrong, that the game is going to be kind of in the style of Empire in the Sun, but it's in the Mediterranean. Wow. It is my favorite theater of World War II to study, and there's not many war games on it. There's obviously a lot of war games on North Africa and, Italy and things like that, but really nothing that covers the whole thing. The Middle East and Tunisia and North Africa and Greece and Crete and all of them together.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So the first,
get on it, Mark.
Yep. So you got 2 choices here with me. If you want a great book that is an overview of the entirety of the Mediterranean theater, then there is The Battle for the Mediterranean. Let's see if I can get it to,
which was mainly naval, wasn't it?
Mainly naval, yeah.
Mainly.
But this was after the conquest of Mad Dog of the Med. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Mark. That's the upcoming game. It was. There is land campaigns. There's quite a bit. The invasion of Vichy France and of Vichy Syria, of Vichy French Syria, and Lebanon. So there's that. There's a lot of land campaigns, but this is really the one area in the world where, that's cool. The Britain gets kicked out of the continent and the French lose.
Yeah, all right. Just play that down a bit, please. Thank you.
This is really the only area in the world that there's still a land warfare between the Commonwealth and the Axis forces is in the Mediterranean. And it was Churchill's mission to keep the Mediterranean open for the British Empire and for the Allies. It was central to his grand strategy. So great book, Anthony Tucker Jones, great book. I thought Ruff you enjoy, because this has I love HMS Nelson firing. Love this and the Rodney. But if you want an even more, so this is just an overview. See, it's nice. It's got pictures.
That's an overview. Crikey.
Yeah, it's only 100
overview.
It's only 200 and some odd pages.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, pictures.
Hey, Blue Tweezers is here.
Has it got pictures in it?
It does. It does. Has great pictures
Well,
in
you've
it.
sold it to me then.
Yeah. See, there's pictures.
Yeah, lovely.
But
Does it provide order of battles at all in that book, or is it too much of an overview?
It's an overview.
I do not know. I don't believe so.
Okay.
But
if
if you
it's
want
an
a more,
overview, then yeah, no.
if you want a more in-depth book on the Mediterranean theater, then there is The Path to Victory from Douglas Porch, the Mediterranean Theater, World War II. You can see how thick it is.
Good grief.
Oh, that's a nice chunker. I like those chunky.
Yeah.
books.
It's just,
But how many pages are of sources?
there are maps.
Yeah.
How many pages are
300
sources?
pages are all the bloody things at the back.
Let's see. This one had 200 and some odd pages. This one has 683.
Yeah, 400 of which are references.
And then 100 is sources.
All right then.
And footnotes.
Ken actually read it. He says it's a great.
Oh,
it's
nice. Yeah, this is excellent. I love the detail and especially the maps that are included.
There you go, Nordic.
So,
answering your question.
Yeah, this is really, really good. If you want to really deep dive into the Mediterranean theater, then this is a great book.
It's an often, I feel, an often forgotten theater of the Second World War. There's lots of lots of East Front, West Front, even North Africa, which is isn't that part of the Europe theater that technically?
Technically, it's included. Yeah, I mean, I mean, the Mediterranean, you're right. The Mediterranean theater is very much overlooked, but there are so many important things that happened in there. I mean, I could take one, for instance, that the air raid on the Italian naval base at Taranto, which halved the Italian battle fleet.
They weren't happy about that. They weren't happy about that.
No. But what's interesting is that it gave the Japanese the idea that they could use air power to destroy the American fleet. Hopefully, at least attempt it at Pearl Harbor. So it is interesting that while the British sort of innovated in a new style of warfare,
the Japanese went,
we'll use that too.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of sorry, I cut that off there. Yeah, it is important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you could say something, like for instance, I think it's called the Battle of Calabria, which was a naval battle between the British and the Italians, and it was kind of like, I guess you could call like a classic naval battle of the cruisers move up and start firing, and then the battleships begin to move in closer in range, and then eventually they have to lay a smoke screen and escape each other. It's really cool. I really like just the amount of things that are involved in the Mediterranean theater. That's not just land warfare. There's naval warfare. There's air warfare. There's a lot of espionage going on in the Mediterranean theater. I mean, like, for instance, it was one of the Allied plans to load up a dead body with fake plans, and they washed
Operation Mincemeat.
Operation Mincemeat, washed it ashore into Portugal, and
because there were lots of spies and things, because there's a few sort of neutral places in the Mediterranean where they all gathered, the Germans and the Allies all gathered. They all worked together, all said hello to each other, in the bars and things. But yeah,
well, I mean, like the old movie Casablanca.
Yeah,
great movie
with Humphrey Bogart.
And the original film of Operation Mincemeat, a black and white film, is quite good. The new one, Operation Mincemeat, with the guy from Paddington Bear, is okay, but it's too much of a love story.
Mm-hmm.
If you've watched the film, there's a lot of love interest going on.
Yeah,
but yeah, not too bad. The original one's not too bad as well.
I mean, I especially enjoy it because when I was in grad school for my master's, I got to do some extra research on the Mediterranean theater, specifically in North Africa. And it was just really cool to go and read some of the cabinet papers of what was going on in the British cabinet. It was really cool when, now you could go on the archives, you could download them all and everything. But the scan of it still has at the top secret for certain eyes only. And it's like, oh, it's on my computer now.
Yeah, I know the stuff you could, you think that was top secret. Then it's all. Yeah, it's quite true. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's my books. So now we can get back to more narrative-driven games.
He might have something.
There's something new that caught my eye on GMT's P500.
Sorry, I'll forget otherwise. Before you do that, whoever you're watching, and somebody is actually watching the 3 and getting feedback and echoes and things like that, smash the like button, please. Let us know that you care. Smash the like button, and we'll love you for it, and there's nothing you can do about it. What's this then?
So, Chalice of Poison, this is the Iran-Iraq War from 1980 to 1988. And the one reason why this caught my attention is because...
Why have I not seen that?
This is brand new P500, I think just went up.
Is it not solo-friendly or something? Or
it's already... it is very solo-friendly, actually. They have 2 bots.
Damn you.
Damn an easy bot and a complex bot. So
Charlton Heston, damn you to hell. Right.
Tony, you can actually hit the at a glance thing and it tells you about the whole game right there. Go down. See the at a glance? No, go down. The thing right there. Click to it, enlarge the picture above where the Chalice of Poison at
It's like talking to your mother, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's right below the new to our P500 order program and want more details. It's the picture right below it at a glance.
There we go.
There you go.
I didn't see it at a glance.
Is that why it's called at a glance?
Oh, there it is. I see the at a glance now. I see it. Okay, I see it. So
I'm just messing with you.
I know. But so the one reason why I picked it is because
yeah. Hold on. Add to cart. Yes, bugger. Right.
Is because
it doesn't exist.
War is interesting. We do a lot of wars and stuff like that, but nowadays there's such a there always is a political part to it. There always is. But we don't get into that very much. And in this case, this is more it's a new series that they're doing where you're going to be having to add in the political aspect to it. So I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. It's just an interesting, also it's a topic that I grew up during this time, and so I heard about it, but I was like less than 10. Like I was 7, 8, 9, 10 when this was going on. So I had heard about it because I always watched the news and stuff. I've been a news junkie all my life. But so it's really interesting. So I'm just kind of curious to see how this goes, but I do like the idea that it is not just of course now I have to go back there. That it introduces the politics part to it as well.
Yep.
So and I think that's missing in some of like the larger, like if it's a battle, hell no, there's no politics in battle. But if it is a full conflict, there has to be some sort of the politics in it. Now, in World War II, I will give you honest, the politics were probably not there as much. Because it was pretty much so they attacked us, let's go kill them type deal. I mean, there wasn't much to it. But nowadays, there is so much politics, and we see it even today. And it's not going to get any better. But they're going to be adding that to this, so this is actually one of the first of those games. So also, they have pictures of F-14s, and I'm just like, that's like my plane. I'm a Top Gun kid. So F-14 Tomcat is like my game. The map looks interesting, and I don't know, this is probably playtest, so it's a prototype, so it's not quite there. But that's an interesting, it's just altogether, it's an interesting idea. I'm going to take a look more in it to see if it's something that I'm really going to look into. But like I said, they have 2 solitaire bots, one that's complicated, one that's easy. So yeah. Oh, that's why he likes the Cold War. I know what he's going to say. So that's something interesting. It's already got 352 purchases. So I'm going to watch this for a little bit and see if it's something that looks really, really interesting and if it's a series that looks interesting on that. So.
It's $70. It must be a big game.
Let's see here. It's got
$100.
it's a hard mounted board. Mounted board, 88 cards, 173 wooden pieces, 3 player aid sheets, 3 play mats, 3 counter sheets. Wow, yeah, there's a lot here. 4 dice.
I've got to come off there and do it. I've tried to order it, but it's saying I've ordered 4 of them, and then I changed it to 1, and I clicked it. I've ordered none. I think my computer's going, can't cope with this. I'll come offline and do it when we yeah, it looks cool. Yeah.
And it's also the designer by just the name. It's Akar Bavardj. I'm gonna mispronounce it. It's either Indian or it's
I've done a gesture. I've done a gesture.
A new designer.
Yeah, it's a new designer, and it might be from the area or like maybe family from the area while this was going on. I always think it's interesting, like the game for the it's a 3-player game for the Serbia conflict.
Yes, Brotherhood, Brotherhood and Unity.
Yep, that was actually designed by somebody that is from that area from that time period. Actually,
that got a lot of stick as well because too soon sort of thing.
But the thing is, the designer was
there. Yeah.
So I'm like, are you going to tell somebody that's in it that they can't do this?
No,
really.
People, as we had this little chat before we went online, regardless, about the troubles and all that, regardless of the game, you've got the right to produce it. The people who buy it will decide whether or not it's going to be a success. And that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as soon as I said the wooden pieces, I was like, crap, there are going to be people. But not only is this wooden pieces, but there's 3 counter sheets too. So it's the best of both worlds.
And the solo is right up the top there.
Yep. And there's actually 2 solos. There's, like I said, an easy one and a more complex one. So there's a Henry Kissinger is the more complex one, which is an interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting with that. Now, here's the interesting part is
it's interesting. I mean, I get it, Koi. Yeah, and but I do like Cold War Gone Hot. I do like historical stuff after.
And I think Cold War Gone Hot is neat because it never happened.
Yeah, but I do like stuff that did happen as well.
So, but what's interesting?
I get what you're saying.
Yep. So now we were getting into narrative. So one of the reasons why I think the politics is interesting because it really adds a narrative to the game. Because what if you want to do something, but the politics part won't let you? Or are you having to grease the political wheels or do something to make the politics fit the narrative you want?
And the game is.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what this new game is doing.
Oh, right.
It's creating that narrative, but it's not really it's not a solo game. It is a 2-player game.
And it is, well, go on then.
Well, that's that one. But so when we look at it, 2-player games, I think I focus a lot on 2-player games that have narratives to them. So one of the games that I am going to talk about for narratives, and I'm taking this one first. Is Last 100 Yards.
Interesting.
Because so me and Mitch were playing this the other day.
What are the units?
They're squads.
There you go.
Squads and individual leaders.
Yeah,
so here's the interesting thing. With that, we had to do Mitch got a heroic like that, which is not good. You would think that's great. That's really not that good because they were like, hey, we're going to do this. Let's go after them. We got to go after the nearest person. And so he had to assault one of my squads. Now he kicked it out. Problem was he's regrouping, and then he had to he took a hit, and a whole bunch of things happened. And I'm like, hey, I've got a full squad and a leader. And the leader's like, hey, they just took that over. They're going to be tired. Let's go in there. And then I got kicked out instead of him. So you can just see that like it play out. It's got this,
I get that. but you wouldn't get that narrative as much, I would think, in my opinion, if you're playing it solo.
I think I could.
You've got to play. I mean, we've played a lot of games,
Yeah,
and they have a lot of narrative because I'm playing against you, and so that theater of the mind works its way, and it's giggling when I'm winning, and it's like, oh bugger when I'm not. There's that. I think, yeah, last 100 yards, I would play it. If I played it solo, I wouldn't get as much narrative as if I played it with you or Nate or anybody else, because I'm actually using the narrative of them and me playing squads. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but the narrative is still there when we play
together. For me, it wouldn't be there as much as if I was playing.
What I'm saying is that the narrative is still there when we play. If the game does not have a narrative and we played it together, I don't know how long we would keep the game going.
But then that begs the question: don't all 2-player games have a narrative if you play it with a real person?
I don't think so. But Nate, what do you think? What are you thinking here? I'm gonna.
I mean, okay, so I actually recently decided to divest myself of the Last 100 Yards series.
Oh,
there's a lot to play. You can't play that solo very well.
No, it's not. It's a 2-player game.
I tried, and it's just I couldn't. You know me, like I could play a lot of things solitary, like Downfall. I know, Ruff. You always like, how can you play 4 players?
Yeah. My head will burst. Just stop it. All right.
But for some reason, it just I can't get it to make sense to me.
I get it.
And so I decided, no, it wasn't for me.
But if you played it,
I understand. But I've watched people play it, and I see what you're saying, Tony, in terms of it creates a narrative.
Because you're playing somebody else.
And not necessarily by like events that happen necessarily in terms of like I roll on a chart, you know, like a States of Siege game or whatever, but just by virtue of playing it, that it creates a story, a self-generating story, which I prefer over one that, oh, I'm going to find out kind of thing. That's why.
I get it. But I don't think you should have got rid of it, because you're going to be playing it with one of us or somebody else in the future, and you'll go, I'm glad I've got it so I can
get the rules in I've got all of them. Ruff, you've got all of them.
Yeah.
We can still play it.
I will never play it.
I'll store it at y'all's house, so it's not taking up my stuff.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Bless you. You beat me to it. I can't.
Now, I will say I do have 2 choices for games that we were just talking about a little bit ago about politics and the importance of political things that feed into a war, because, you know, as Clausewitz says, that war is just politics, you know, in a different form. There's 2 games. They're both, they don't connect together, but they do seem like they're awfully close together. And they're huge. Death in the Trenches and Absolute Victory from Ben Madison. And so these are not solitaire games. So World War I grand strategy and World War II grand strategy. But in each of the games, you're getting upwards of 500 different events that could happen throughout the game. And it's a completely different World War I by the end. And the coolest thing about the game, not outside of the narrative stuff with Death in the Trenches, is the combat system itself, where you enter into a combat and you find what your combat. Yes, thank you, Klaus. War is a continuation of politics by other means. Thank you. I bungled it, but I appreciate meandering.
Well, you got the gist.
I did. I got the gist. But the combat system, where you go into a battle, both sides determine what their firepower is, how much firepower they have, and then you, as the offensive player, decide how many dice do I want to roll. and you can roll however many you want. You could roll 3 dice or 20 dice, doesn't matter. But you roll the die, and the die total has to be below your firepower number. If you go over, then you don't do anything. You don't. It's like sending the boys over the top, and they all get mown down. And so there's a risk reward of how much do I throw into a combat, but not so much that I go over, but just enough where I can hit and get a breakthrough. So you're always tempted, as in real life, of throwing everything that you can into a combat, including the kitchen sink, to see, can I get the breakthrough? Now, the same, it's a little different in Absolute Victory. Obviously, it's World War II, so a lot more mobile and everything. But this one has upwards of 500 events, 2,500 events that could happen in this game. So you could have, for instance, like South Africa decide not to join the Commonwealth and come in during the war. They were hugely important in North Africa. Or the Italians decide not to come in when they did. All kinds of different things happen. FDR loses re-election, and it's a different president. All kinds of different things happen. Essentially, if you want, these are the multiplayer version. These are the multiplayer versions of his solitaire games, Kaiser Krieg.
Yeah,
you ever played that one? And Global War. And it's actually mentioned in the rule book that if you want a more detailed one, then you go play these.
Are they solo? You play them solo?
Yeah, and they're they're very soloable.
Damn you!
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
I had a victory, but I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, do I really want to do this?" And I kind of stepped away from it.
Well, it creates such even for a 2-player game, it creates such a cool story. Because
that narrative is between the two of you. When you get like FDR isn't re-elected, and the other guy goes, "Ha ha!" And there's that narrative between the two players, which I wouldn't get if I played it solo.
No. So I'll disagree with you on this. In that, even playing it solitaire, you're going to get an incredible story throughout the game. Because the events happen regardless of whether or not you're playing solo or 2-player. And so you're going to see, like, for instance, last time I played Death in the Trenches, like, for instance, I had the Scandinavian countries join the war, which they didn't historically. And all of a sudden, as the Germans, I had to, okay, what am I going to do? And I had to completely rethink some strategies of what am I going to do based on what's happening across the board. And so there's not this individual narrative of such and such guy did this, but there's sort of a meta narrative
I get you.
across the whole thing, which I think is in some ways just as cool as the micro narrative.
By playing it solo, because suddenly the Scandinavian countries have joined and you think, oh, what are we going to do now? Different, but just as important, I think, in most games.
Yeah, but like I said, the combat system, particularly for Death in the Trenches, is just really, really cool. Hey, so yeah, that's mine. Ruff, what do you have?
Well, I just want to put up this. Koi said he got Doodlebug. And he thinks it's, for the most part, not narrative, but for me, family who lived London. Yeah, same with me from the stories of my mother. That's why I want to get it anyway, for the stories she used to tell about that.
Well, that was like Dunkirk, Miracle at Dunkirk. You had that.
I've got that connection, and that's the narrative. And there is a narrative with the game anyway, because you're trying to save these poor souls.
Yeah.
But it's got that extra narrative, and the Doodlebug. I don't know what sort of game it's like, but because of that story, my mother told me, hearing it come over, seeing it in the sky come over, and then out of view, and then going silent, and then dropping, and then a few seconds later, boom. True. Yeah, that's why I've got to get it.
Now, in some ways, this is something like, for instance, this could be something like when you play in a 40x game of how many factors can I get into a combat so I can get the math right on the right column kind of thing. So I do understand.
The only thing, so
it is a real thing.
The thing about like the Zachman system that you just showed, there's a max anyways. You can't go over it.
Correct.
That doesn't have sock bombs, though, does it?
It does have sock bombs.
Everyone doesn't know.
Oh yeah, no, but it still has the you know,
it has zone of control.
Yeah, but it still has the I think it's 18 is the most well, at least in Normandy 44, 18 was the most combat factors you could attack with. There's no reason to go over that. So you can try to get on the highest one, but then all of a sudden, you know, there's other things that they can play that's in areas that could adjust that right, left, plus or minus, whatever that is.
And there is one game, Ruff, if you excuse me for 1 second, I'm going to mention there is one game that I will say it creates a cool story, but also the way that the mechanics are, at least I feel, it kind of mitigates a lot of the mathiness of it. In that, okay, how many can I throw together? Because my experience with the game, the more that you throw into a combat may end up backfiring on you, depending on the combat. And I'll show it. And it's prescient that Mark Herman's in the chat because this is Mark Herman's design, France 1944, where the overwhelming Allied firepower doesn't always translate into a victory. The game also takes into account morale and sort of the you know, as we know, studying late World War II, the Germans had this tenacious attitude as the war continues onwards and gets closer to Germany, that the Germans are insistent on trying to slow down the Allies, especially when they're in the Siegfried Forest and things like that, or along the Siegfried line, excuse me, into the Black Forest and others, Hell's Forest, things like that. So this game definitely doesn't, at least in my experience, doesn't really have the sort of mathy problem in there. It's you just throw forces that you think are going to do well in here and really hope that you get it. But it's a great game. It's a great game. Love it. And it's easily solitairable or soloable.
Well, they all are, as long as there's sort of no hidden stuff. You just play every side. I tell you what, one game that has solo game that has some political stuff in it, which may hinder you playing the game, and it's not very politically correct at the moment. Is
that's what they thought. That's what they thought in. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a great game because it starts way back, and but it has political stuff going on which may hinder you or help you as the game. Yeah, as the because
Phantom Leader's the
public opinion are going, oh, come on now, that's a bit, you're getting a bit sort of. So that's the only DVG game I know that has that.
Phantom Leader does.
Does it as well? I haven't got that one. Right.
Yeah. Phantom Leader does because of that's, and it's the same kind of time period because that Phantom Leader's it's a little bit later.
This goes right back as well, and right because you can use jet fighters.
But it's that 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s where there's some politics that you can't hit certain targets. You take out more targets and it pushes kind of this political meter farther and farther.
It goes up,
and you can't hit certain targets with certain political points on it, and you have to be very careful because you're not allowed to go for those. And a lot of times, to win, you may have to go after those political ones. So because they've got the most,
and you have to sort of incur the wrath of the populace, So that I find interesting because it's a balancing act between do I just go out or am I going to be?
Well, it's interesting because there are a lot of war gamers that complain about balance.
Yep.
And the thing is, there's not one general that wants to face a 50-50 game match at all. They want the 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 odds in their battles.
Of course.
So it's kind of interesting that as wargamers, and this is where gamer part comes in, is that we want it to be a fair game. Problem is, war is not fair, and generally, most of the military geniuses, or the generals that we look upon as very intelligent and smart about their battles, choose when to hit their people, and it's generally not when you're even. You have to have large amounts of advantages with that.
Yep. I mean, it's the same. It goes all the way back even in ancient warfare that both armies would agree to come out of their camps when both felt that there was some type of an advantage for both of them. Oh, yeah, you're right. BCS, no odds accounting. Yeah.
No, that's right. That is correct. There's other things that can manipulate it, but yeah, no, BCS, that throws that out completely. It does. Mm-hmm. And it confuses the hell out of me. But
tap your mic.
Sorry, yes, I was coughing there. Sorry. That's why I like Panzer Grenadier, because the Eastern Front one has got like a million scenarios. Most of them are unbalanced,
completely
but I like
unbalanced.
But I like that because I play the underdog. And as you said, you know, with BCS, that they're all unbalanced because you're never going to fight a battle unless you think you can win. I like to be the ones that are defend, and they're normally the defensive side that are playing it in Panzer Grenadier, which is why I
what you're saying, Ruff, is don't ever go into battle with Ruff because he's probably the guy with the least amount of advantages.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the old, what's his name?
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Leroy Jenkins in real life. Yeah. So
it
don't ever go into battle with Ruff as your general because you're going to be outnumbered.
But I like that in Panzer Grenadier because they're unbalanced a lot.
His chief of staff is Murphy.
Because there's not a lot of thought gone into the scenarios, but I quite like that because I can play the underdog, and it's how least I lose, which is what I like. And then you try it again and try and get a bit more, and good grief, you might even win once in a blue moon.
Yeah, this is an interesting command system promotes a good narrative. I agree, because especially during that time period, particularly Civil War, Napoleon, you have horses or runners that are running orders to the commanders out there. There's no guarantee that they're not hit by a stray bullet or anything like that. So,
well, it's the same thing with A Most Fearful Sacrifice as well, that you don't know who's
Leroy Jenkins.
Yep. Now, I will say a game that I think all three of us have played. You two have played it together online. I think you would agree creates a very cool story, regardless of whether or not you're playing solo or two-player, is Men of Iron, the Norman Conquest. I think it's cool to say, I as the commander ran that cavalry up and smashed the flank of the enemy, and they all started to cave in. Or Harold Godwinson in the Hastings, does he get shot in the eye in the game? I at least I don't know. Maybe both of you will disagree. Maybe people in the chat will disagree. When I played this, it told a really cool story of the way that the battle unfolded. Was different each time I played.
Yeah, and when I played Tweez and I played Blood and Roses, I changed history. Richard survived.
Ruff, what happened with your Agincourt solo play with that when you played Agincourt? You changed history, didn't you, on that one?
What, we lost?
See you, Jerry. Hope you feel better.
Hi, mate.
Because I remember watching that video, and you had an awesome narrative on that game. That was
about 4 years ago. I can't remember.
Yeah. I think you changed I think it also changed. I don't think it followed the same.
No,
because you attacked,
and everybody was bemoaning the fact that the English archers were too overpowered. I think since then they've changed the.
They tweaked it a little.
I think so, and Wayne is bemoaning the new. Bosworth. Yeah.
Richard III survived.
Yeah, he wasn't found under a car park. No, we changed history there, but I think it's Wayne, isn't it? That he's doing a thing about. There's lots of errata in the second printing of the tri-pack. I'm glad I got the first one.
Yeah,
there were a few things I had to tweak on the player aids. Not too much. Fine, I can live with that.
Yeah. But with GMT, they are fixing it, and they have said it's our fault, and this is our plan for fixing it. So, now I will say, I don't know if either of you or anybody in the chat has seen, but there's recent articles about potentially of how the lead up to the Battle of Hastings is changing, or at least according to one author, one historian is making the claim that the chronicle that describes the Battle of Hastings might need a little reinterpretation.
Yep. And of course, the Harold, telling one of his sergeants about the archers that watch that man, he's useless, he might take somebody's eye out, was indeed very. It came true. Yes,
it's very fortuitous.
Watch him; he'll take somebody's eye out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I won't deny. That one I love. I've played Long Street Attacks. I've played 4 scenarios out of that game, and I have loved every single one because you're like, oh, I got the odds. Let's go, and you roll, and then it ends up flipping on you because of the stupid skedaddle. Yes.
Oh no, you can ask away. Ask the next comment.
Oh yeah. I mean,
ask away. This is
don't get you on, but ask your questions. Of course, you can ask anything you want.
Absolutely, more than welcome.
But again, playing Men of Iron, that's very narrative, especially playing Bosworth with Tweez and playing the same with you, because that narrative is there. Yeah, I've broken through, and yes, but again, it's 2 players. Playing on your own, it might be
perfect.
I've broken through.
Honestly, the Blind Sword series plays great solo because it's chip pull. It is chip pull. My problem is I forget a lot of times to play you get some tactics chits and stuff like that, and I forget about them. So we're just playing outright. And every once in a while, then I'll be like, oh, I need to remember that. Oh, I got to play that shit, and then it doesn't help me at all.
I'm looking forward when we play it in the future.
Yeah, Ralph, which will be sooner rather than later. So hopefully we'll get back to it.
How does Longstreet play solo because of the chip pull? Yes.
Yep. Very well. The chip pull.
The new Blind Swords Napoleonics that's coming out. It's not chip pull, but it's card pull, which is the chits have been replaced by the card.
Lock and Load did that already. That's something Lock and Load did already. So they used to have chip pull for their mechanics, and then they just flipped the card.
But I mean, another Herman Luttman game on Napoleonics though now. Oof, I'm excited.
Yeah, Bear, just ask your questions. It's the open panel is the chat. Just ask them.
Yeah. It is an open forum. That's why we do this.
Yeah,
there goes.
As long as you don't say F or bugger, that's that's fine.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. The 4th Battalion.
Yeah, it plays very easily because it's
a 4th Musketeer.
Yep. So does Black Swan. Again, it's a card, and then so not only do you have a card on Swan, you have to roll on that card to see what actually happens. So it's not just this activates. It's like, okay, this division activates, or this brigade, or what, I can't remember. Division, I think it is. And then you roll to see, do all the brigades activate? Do only some of them activate? Or, something along those lines. So
so you get a card up, and then you have to roll on that card to see what it does.
Correct.
Actually. Right.
Yep. It's very, very good. Very good.
I love that. Me, I like random events and everything like that. A lot of people don't, because it goes, oh, that's a bit not historical, but I don't care. I love.
Well, it's kind of neat in the Black Swan, kind of similar, completely different series, but it's similar to like levy and campaign where during the levy phase you're creating the deck of cards of activations later on in the campaign phase. And so you don't quite know exactly what's going to happen until the campaign. And it's kind of the same in Black Swan, where there's this deck of cards that have events and things like that in there. And you don't quite know what's going to happen until you flip that card over. But
yeah, we don't do that because
okay, yeah.
We don't do that because not saying you are, but there could be a lot of ne'er-do-wells, shall we say. So just leave it in the I know, but that's how we operate.
Nordic, I've not played Liberty or Death coin. I've not played any coin.
I have. Liberty Death is by far my favorite coin game.
Your favorite, isn't it? Your favorite.
The only problem is it's a 2-player game, not a 4-player game. The French and the Native Americans or Indians, in that case, it's boring. If you're one of those two, it's boring. The French don't even come in for a while. It's technically a 2-player game, but 2 players, meaning the U.S. and French do one, and then Native Americans and the British do the other. But it was before Colonial Twilight, which was the first 2-player game. So yeah,
I think if I were ever to get a coin game, it might be the British way.
They're good. Well, it's good fun. Is subjective, but because of the history. But yeah, they're nice and small. You can play them solo, but again, I think they're much better because we started to play one from the British way and we were having fun, then we had to stop it. Yeah. I already got that up. Yeah, he's a bloody troublemaker. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, gentlemen, we are getting close to the 2-hour mark.
Mm-hmm. Hey, this was a good. I really feel good about this episode. That was really enjoyable, and it was something that I was like, you know what? We haven't talked about narrative games. We've talked about solo games. We've talked about non-solo games. We've talked about topic games. Well, I do have Zeppelin Leader, or the Zeppelin Raider, not Zeppelin Leader.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I think? I think because there's so many different types of peeps out there playing our war games that a narrative game is anything you want it to be. If you find it narrative, regardless of the level you're playing it at, and you're having a great time and the theater of the mind's going bonkers, then that's fine by me.
Oh, the fall of Roman Britain. Oh.
Nate.
See this tennis ball?
Yeah, I'm looking on BGG right now. Yeah.
It is by far the most complex and biggest game out there. Coin.
Is that levy nonsense?
No, this is coin.
Oh, it's
yes, Pendragon, yeah.
It's
I'm sorry,
hubris.
I'm going to be doing the mini games, the mini packs.
Interesting.
That's what I'll be doing.
Well, I better not look at it more. I might buy it.
I think they're out, but yeah. See, Jonathan thought.
Sorry.
No, you're right on. I was going to do that one. Liberty Death, a lot of fun as a 2-player game with the French and the Indians as bots. Yeah. Oh, okay. French sometimes messes with your plans. Yeah, they have their own. So the one thing about coin is each one has their own win conditions. To win as a 2-player, generally you take over 2 sides.
La. Coin.
You have to have both win conditions to technically win, like at the propaganda cards, or for Liberty or Death, they're winter quarters. So it goes through and for that. So yeah.
Need to vary my shirts for future shows.
Hold on, I'll get it up in a sec. Just saying that one. Yeah, that's right. It's what do you think it is? Yeah, Nate.
Yeah.
See,
that's what I knew.
Can you wear a cutoff? One of those cutoffs.
It just happens to be that today these shirts end up in the rotation. Maybe I need to change the rotation now.
Latex cutoff next time.
Nate is a single dude that has probably this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, Thursday, I do exactly.
I do vary my sports shirts, but it is a Tiger season and they are now 4-4 because they beat the St. Louis
He's
Cardinals.
He's getting a bit leery, isn't he? About how well.
Yeah, Brian. See, Brian, if I remember right, Brian is just north of me up in Detroit. Actually, I think we were at a baseball game at the same time, but we never met up. But
see, I just wear dad stuff, and that's fine.
Oh, and by the way, I do
remember the one time I wore a hoodie on, and I blew Christoph's mind. Like, what? Nate actually wears hoodies? Like, yes, I do normally. Dressing out.
I love it.
Well,
I love
just a few minutes left. What's coming up on the first? When is the next show?
Oh, the next show will be April 18th. So 2 weeks from today.
April 18th.
Blimey, coming around regularly, like.
And Tony, what's coming up on your channel?
I think I am going to go through and start doing my States of Siege games because one is they're quick and easy to play. They do beat you up pretty hardily, but they're usually not hard to reset. It's real, like I can play a game, reset, no problem. It's pretty easy.
Oh, it's going to be one video, and then video 2 will be retake.
I screwed this up. Yeah, one video, 5 minutes long. Okay, I already lost.
Yeah,
luckily, most of them, you at least get through the first deck. Generally speaking, you get through the first deck because they usually
it's like Malta Besiege. You get through the first deck, that's fine. The second deck, and then the third deck, no chance.
Yeah, it's like you feel pretty good after the first deck. You're like, hey, all the armies are at the tips. I'm okay. We're looking good. And then all of a sudden, but also like I've been watching Stuka because the guy from the States of Siege bunker, he loves these games and like really he knows them inside and out. I don't know him, so I know I'm going to make mistakes. He like knows. Oh, I know this card is still in the deck, so I know hopefully this comes out.
But do you want it to get that's gamey? I don't know.
I don't know if I want to get that far. I mean, I appreciate people that can do that, but I don't think my brain can handle that. I like the experience. I like the fun with it. So with that, so
I have to reboot.
Actually, other than my T-shirts at school, I pretty much will have the same 5 to 6. David Kennedy, thank you, Stuka. By the way, your videos have been awesome on the States of Siege games. Great production. It's fun to watch, and I do learn quite a bit from that.
The dress shirt.
I'd just like to say that we've had a few newbies.
Yes.
Lovely. Welcome. Love to see you.
Glad to have everybody that comes on. All right, Ruff, are you going to be good enough? Well enough to actually like video something?
If he drinks more Dr. Pepper, he will.
Lock and load.
That's the surefire way to get over anything at all. Doesn't matter what it is.
No, it's my wife's chicken soup.
Oh,
that's the thing. But yeah, I'm hoping to be well enough to. I can't record at the moment. It'd be terrible. I sound like some sort of East End villain, So hopefully I'll get over that. I want to get this videoed. I've played it a few times. Sometimes I get through, get promoted, and think, oh, this is good. Other times it's like you're gone. The thing about this is that the patrols, there's 3 patrols because I'm doing a very small sub that can't go in the Atlantic. So the 3 sort of patrols I can do are very short. So if you don't pick something up, you might get back and get an unsuccessful patrol. And if you get 3 of them in a row, your crew goes down 1 level and all that. So yeah, it's the Italians, bless them, and I'm enjoying the game. So hopefully, if I get better, I can play the game and video it and get a few on, because the other one, the Hunters, is one of my best viewed videos.
They always
ever.
do. It's weird. Those narrative games really do. They really do. People enjoy watching them because I think it's because of the narrative. I think there's a story to tell. It's
and if you tell a story as you're playing it, if you play it cold, it could be the most boring thing on the planet. But if you tell a story because things are popping into the theater up here, then it's going to be, it's
also Make the
waffling.
sound effects with your mouth. Make the sound effects.
Yeah,
That's all right.
You'll do that. Yeah,
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Stupid things like that. Yeah, and I can't do it for the Italians. I've got to find the word. But with the hunters, it was alarm when there was an aircraft coming. So
yeah. Nice.
You got to get the pew pews
that's
out.
what I'm hoping to do. So bear with us, peeps. And we'll try and get it on. Not sure how popular it's going to be because of the Italians, but I want to do it because it's a fun game.
Yeah. Me, I'm gonna, like I said, I showed earlier. I'm gonna play the strategy and tactics of the first Punic War. Yeah, we'll see how it is. I hope it's good. And so it definitely will be in preparation for when Thunderbolt comes, and then you can play the whole big, first Punic War.
Sorry, I was just going to say, sorry,
game.
Just interrupting again. Do apologize. I can't drink Scotch at all. I can't do it. Bourbon, whiskey, yeah. Sorry,
but anyway. We want to thank everybody coming out. We had a lot of fun, and this was great talking about narrative games. So it was a great topic, Tony. I'm glad you mentioned that for us to discuss. So it was awesome that everybody could come out and show up. We had, like you said, we had some new people, so welcome. And don't forget, by the way, before we end the show, if you have not already subscribed to all 3 of our channels, then please go ahead, as well as what should they do, Ruff?
Smash that bloody like button, for goodness sake.
Exactly. But hey, Eve,
he doesn't say anything till the end of the show.
No, he just says good night. But we love you.
Glad he's here. Glad he's here. So thanks a lot, everybody. And in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back.
See you.
We love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.